Fellow patriot, don't be fooled. World War III won't be fought between nations like the first two, and definitely not between the USA and Russia. They know the stakes, and they're not stupid enough to risk everything. No matter how crazy Putin may try to act just to scare the West, he has so much to lose. He's the most powerful man in Russia, and he doesn't want to lose that. He'll never go as far as self-destruction. But small elite groups of trained fanatics are crazy enough to kickstart the next world war. ISIS already set foot on American soil. The 3 jihadists arrested in Brooklyn for planning a bombing are part of a larger plot. According to the FBI, there are ISIS members in every state of the Union, just waiting for a sign. But the part that the feds leave out is these fanatics plan something far worse and much more dangerous than 9/11. ISIS plots to put the entire American nation on our knees, using a revolutionary weapon that could cripple the whole country. Make no mistake, ISIS isn't a rational actor like Russia. They have nothing to lose. After they decapitated Americans and set people on fire, they burned all the bridges. They either die or they destroy America. They can't do it with brute military force. We're too powerful for that. But we're defenseless against a smart bomb that's 1,000 times more damaging than nuclear devices. It's a weapon that can instantly end modern life in America by knocking out our power grid. Nothing that has electronic components will ever work again. Cars won't start. TVs, phones, the internet will all be dead. They're going to send us back to the Middle Ages. You'll have to make a fire to cook and use candles for light. In fact, just seconds after this calamity hits, all social structures will be reversed. And the information I'm about to disclose will put you at the top of the food chain. There's nothing you and I can do to stop it. But there is an answer. And if you stick with me until the end of this presentation, you'll meet one weird professor who's uncovered a proven way to shield yourself, your loved ones, and even your community from America's morbid coming mayhem. But first, who am I to make this kind of dark prophecy? My name is Alec Deacon. I'm the author of the bestseller, Backyard Liberty, the editor of Survivalpedia.com. I've published articles seen on SHTFplan.com, MyFamilySurvivalPlan.com, and of course, Survivalpedia. I spent almost 2 decades studying every last type of survival situation, and I am specialized in rural and wilderness survival. I know everything there is to know about bugging out, farming, supply stacking, home protection, you name it. And in the last couple of years, I dedicated my time to help anyone to survive any kind of disaster. But even more important, I'm a loving husband and father and a devoted Christian. I spent most of my life to making sure my family is 100% secure no matter what. I want them to be safe and know exactly what to do in case of an emergency or if, God forbid, anything goes wrong. I'm not going to beat around the bush. I love to prepare for the worst, and each year I find myself more prepared, both in knowledge and materials. But not too long ago, I realized I was prepping for the wrong things the entire time. What I discovered trashed all my years of experience in a heartbeat. It turned all my preps and knowledge into dust. It made me feel like a naive infant. I recently came across shocking news about an untold catastrophe set to wipe out our entire country. At first, I thought it was just a conspiracy theory. But I was dead wrong, and what I saw sent shivers down my spine. Here's what it's all about. ISIS found America's soft underbelly. If you want to take down an entire country without too much effort and without having any money or resources, all you have to do is to destroy his power grid. Dr. Peter Pry, a former CIA officer, is the executive director of the Task Force on National and Homeland Security and the director of the U.S. Nuclear Strategy Forum. He also served on the Congressional EMP Commission, the Congressional Strategic Posture Commission, and the House Armed Services Committee. He warned us on air at a New York radio station. There is an imminent threat from ISIS to the national electric grid, and not just to a single U.S. city. Outlining the threat, Pry told us about a leaked U.S. Federal Energy Regulatory Commission report divulged in March 2014. The report shows that coordinated terrorist attacks on just 9 of the nation's 55,000 electrical power substations could provoke coast-to-coast blackouts for up to 18 months. Pry explained the possibility of ISIS immediately hiring Mexican extremists such as the Knights Templar drug cartel, which last year successfully used guns and Molotov cocktails to attack numerous Mexican power stations, leaving 11 towns without electricity. Pry continues, now those guys are just across our southern border.